Baby, do you wanna follow? Come with me. Do you wanna follow? Baby, can't you see that I wanna go?
Welcome back to the third part of our video series on how to build your first trading system. We learned in the first video the power of having a framework that fixes your losses and your winners. And in the second video, we saw firsthand the effect of that framework can have on your profit loss chart. This is a powerful concept, and like we said before, if you're new to trading and didn't already know this is the next level for you. So how do I better apply this? The first thing you need to understand is at the end of the day, this is all a mental game. That is why I am going to give you my 3 rules for executing a trading system. Rule number 1, lay out the framework from the beginning. This is what I'm going to do, and that is it. I understand the parameters and the personality of the framework, like we learned about in the first 2 lessons, using the 2-to-1 framework on a random coin flip accuracy. So right from the beginning, I am starting with familiar territory. Rule number 2, focus on making sure you're only doing the fixed targets. That in our example, you're only losing $1 and only making $2. This goes against our brainwashing when we come into the markets as beginners, that we have to cut our losses right away and let our winners ride to the moon. But you know from experience, that doesn't work. Like my students learn about in the masterclass, you're being pulled into the market to become the liquidity for the insiders. And that concept of cutting your losses right away and letting the winners ride makes sense intellectually, but it just doesn't work when we trade in the markets. When we look at this framework and its results on the profit loss chart, it's nothing more than mathematics. It is the opposite of what you're being told as a new trader. Rule number 3, focus on accuracy second. And as we saw with the random accuracy of a coin flip in the 2-to-1 framework, the chart is stable and solid. It is growing and pushing forward, and that is because of the framework. It's the framework that holds everything together. Each framework has a minimum accuracy it needs to maintain its growth. And in the case of the 2-to-1, you need a 40% minimum to keep that chart moving forward. But the framework needs to be hit first. You need to perform the framework first of the fixed targets and then look at the accuracy second, not the other way around. The framework leads the accuracy. This is the difference between a losing trader and a profitable trader. Very simply put, this is why all the investment banks, institutions, and hedge funds are all trading algorithms now. This is what they're doing. They're just pushing a framework and system through the market. It's just mathematics. And with our example of only needing a 40% accuracy, if you happen to know a little bit about the market and could maintain a 50 to 60% accuracy over the year, you're gonna roll that much better. When my students have a problem maintaining their trading system throughout the year, it's usually because they aren't following rule number 3. It's hard to break the mental cycle of looking at accuracy first and profit loss second. And most new traders don't even pay attention to their actual profit loss numbers that they are actually pulling into their account. They just follow their accuracy and say they're doing good or bad. They are just trying to gunsling and be a performer in the market, and that is a hard habit to break. You have to lock in the profit loss framework first over a period of trades. And then after you get the information from about 20 trades, then you look at the accuracy. Where's it at? Is it above the required minimum? Yes? Then you run it until it breaks. If not, then let's start looking at how we can tweak the trades to make the accuracy above the minimum. Get the profit loss framework first dialed in, then look at the accuracy second after you get a batch of trades. I am just doing that over and over all year long. I get a batch of 20 and then look at everything else. See if I need to make any tweaks and then roll into the next batch of 20, on and on. So there you have it. You have learned the foundations of building your first trading system. Get out there and start playing with the numbers, flip some coins, create some charts, and have fun. When I first discovered this, I went nuts. This was a huge breakthrough for me. This was a pivotal point in my trading career and the first thing we teach our students here at ZenFi. This is the foundation that we build upon because it doesn't end here. This is only the beginning of the journey.